I'm not a happy chappy this morning. So it's the 11th day of May 2021.
See you shortly.
See you in a bit, dear. Bye. And as you can just see from that short clip of Teresa, my dearest wife, she's headed off into Tesco shopping on her own for the first time in a very long time. I've managed to be with her and do the shop pretty much every week now. Probably for about, well, I know certainly since November 2019, which is when I started all my medication, which is the Azathioprine, the Prednisolone, that sort of stuff. I'm transitioning at the moment from a first line treatment to a second line treatment. The first line treatment being Azathioprine, which is an immunosuppressant, to the second line treatment, a more expensive immunosuppressant called rituximab, as a lot of you already know. And I'm now realizing, since stopping Azathioprine on the 13th of April, and it's May the 11th today, I'm now realizing it was actually doing something, it was actually working. Because since stopping Azathioprine on April the 13th, I am just getting worse and worse. And staying in the car and not being able to go with my wife to do the shop, you know, to me, I know to a lot of people it's nothing, but to me it's a big deal, because it's just something I enjoy, it's something we do together. We see people we know, you know, it's the participation. It's interacting with other people, it's saying hi to friends and things like that, you know. My mobility since coming off Azathioprine, well, when I was on it, it wasn't great, it was pretty bad, but since coming off it, especially this last 2 to 3 weeks, has been absolutely crazy. And yesterday was a really bad day, not just with mobility but with pain as well. I just got pain everywhere, and to be honest, I think I'm gonna have another day exactly the same today. My legs are hissing at me. They are just like screaming nerve pain. I call it they're hissing at me. You know, I think that's quite a good analogy, a good description of the pain they're causing me. My ankles feel like they're on elastic bands, my feet and my ankles. I've got pain in my ankles, nerve pain, and they just feel like I want to pull them and stretch them. My knees are just giving away all the time. They're just like, my knees are just like that, basically. So when I'm walking, I'm just bouncing all the time. I'm just bouncing. It's crazy. My thighs are weak. My entire legs are both weak, really weak. When I'm coming down the stairs, I have absolutely no choice to hold on, because as you go one step at a time, one leg isn't strong enough to hold me. So I either have to go 2 legs at a time, if you know what I mean, or just well, I just hold on, I do generally. And the bit that gives me the worst pain at the moment is just my back, and you knew I was going to say that, didn't you? The muscles that run either side of my spinal cord to about 3/4 of the way up my back, they are called the erector spinae muscles. They are, I just call them the concrete in my back, because no word of a lie, that is what they feel like. They feel like concrete in my back. They are so stiff, it's unbelievable, and it's those muscles that are responsible for balancing you. Not only when you're just standing up, but also when you take a step. So if you're standing on the spot and you move your leg forward, you're on one leg for a second or two. When you walk, or half a second. Well, whilst you're on that one leg and you're moving the other leg forward, usually subconsciously, your erector spinae muscles in the back take over and they balance you. But this is all done in background, you don't even realize it, it's done subconsciously. But my muscles are just so stiff and they're just not working properly, and the pain is just phenomenal. It is phenomenal. When you wake up in the morning and you're not sure that you can just stand up out of bed, because, well, actually that does happen. I wake up, I try to get out of bed and I fall back down again. I can't. And, you know, it's just crazy. And, you know, I'm the sort of person that years ago wouldn't even take a paracetamol for a headache, a mild painkiller. And it's almost like now, it's crazy. I start to think, right, when can I have my next painkiller? Because it's just so bad. Living in pain all the time is just horrendous. It's just horrible. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Hello dear.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
So, I know I've not long done a video, but I felt compelled to do a small recording this morning, just as like almost a video diary event, to record the date, which is May the 11th today, 2021. It's Tuesday morning, of when I actually have now stopped doing the shopping with Teresa, because it just requires too much walking and I just can't do it anymore. And another thing as well, because I want to know, when I go on the rituximab, what I'm hoping is going to happen is the rituximab will suppress my immune system, but it targets my immune system in a different way, different to the azathioprine. It will suppress my immune system. I'm hoping it will reduce inflammation in my spinal cord, and then I'm hoping my symptoms will improve and my quality of life will improve. That is the hope. At the end of the day, sometimes that's all we've got, isn't it? Hope. That's all I've got. Hope. So we'll have to see what happens, won't we? I was going to say something else then. I know what it was. I was having a chat with Teresa. I've been saying for the last few weeks that there's a very good chance I won't be coming shopping with you tomorrow. I'll have to wait in the car, which is where I am now, in case you hadn't gathered. But then the next morning comes and I actually muster up the stamina, and I go with her, but it's difficult, really difficult. And what I didn't realise is, what didn't cross my mind is, she's really worrying about me. The first half of the shopping trip tends to, and it's only about 20 minutes, tends to last okay, tends to be okay the first half, but the latter half I really slow down, and the pain is written all over my face, and you know, it upsets Teresa. She doesn't like it. She doesn't show it or say anything, but she said that, you know, she's really sort of worrying about me a lot, and she can see me really struggling, and I don't want her worrying. You know, I really don't want her worrying. She's an absolute star, that woman is. She's my rock. Hello, dear.
Hi, darling.
So, you're going to tell me about my fan club, did you say?
Yes.
I've been recording a bit of a video.
First of all, I saw our friend Pat on the checkout, and she wondered where you were.
Yes, our friend Pat.
Yes.
Yeah.
She asked where you were. I says you weren't very well, so you're staying in the car. I says, but there's one surefire way of making him smile. She says, what's that? I says, Pat's breakfast.
Yeah.
I says, and he breaks into a smile. She says, oh, bless him. Give him my best.
Oh, that's nice.
And then, as I was going through this scan, you know, where you pay, there was two ladies together, Mandy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Angie.
That's it.
Mandy and Angie.
And they says, where is he? I says, he's in the car. And they both looked at each other and says, that's what we thought, he'd be in the car. So they've been talking about you, because you weren't there. And
I'm popular.
Mandy says,
apparently.
Give him a big kiss from me.
Oh, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen her for ages, have we?
No. And then Angie says, and tell him we're thinking of him.
Oh,
Give him our best.
that's nice.
And then I was just finishing off talking to them, and Pat came back.
Oh, right,
And Pat joined them. She says, do you know this lady's husband? He looks forward to my breakfast, you know, in the cafe.
Yeah.
And they were all laughing, saying, oh, bless him.
Yeah. Hopefully that's starting up again next week, isn't it? Is it starting up next week?
I'm not exactly sure, but it was like, they were all saying it'll be lovely to see you.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, fantastic. So we're going to head home now then?
Yes.
My dear wife has spent a fortune. It's matter though, who cares these days?
Yes.
So we're back home now.
Yes.
Did you miss me then?
Of course I missed you.
You missed me on the shopping trip?
Yeah. We only got a few minutes to wait to get to the car.
It was only about 20 minutes.
Was that? Was it quick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did it seem strange going around on your own without me?
It did. It did.
Because I've been saying that it's probably been about 18 months since November 2019 when I started all my treatment. It was the last time I didn't go shopping. I stayed in the car. Is that about right?
That's about right.
Right, I suppose it's time to get the coffee on now.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's my job, and while Teresa puts all the shopping away.
You do it so well.
I used to put all the shopping away. In fact, years ago, I used to do all the shopping as well. Because I used to work at home. I used to drop you off at work, didn't I? And at 7:30, and then I would go and do the shopping and start work a bit later on or something like that. Anyway, I can't remember, it was that long ago.
But you're a good boy. You make lovely coffee.
Right, so yeah, I'm the coffee maker.
I love you.
Better go and do it then.
Yeah.
Love you too.